think I must come up with like a singing or dance routine when I create these videos before I see people like logging in to watch, just to get the juice flowing. Okay, I see Siyabonga Mbonambi is watching. Tibocho's logged in. Pauelo Shabalala's logged in. Twist Andy Koza. Depeche Jivan. Hey, Dubs. Melo Ramuki. Okay, let's go. This is going to be my last video for this evening. I just want to finish off. Life is a journey in itself. And life is or can be very, very difficult. What parents, what society, what school is meant to do is prepare you, groom you, develop you for this journey in as many facets as possible. This could be a relationship, it could be family, it could be business, it could be a relationship. Did I start with relationship? I just want to see some of these comments before I continue. Siyabonga, I was watching another video and boom, another one. Mayenzi Mkize, hello. Depeche, sharp. A lot of us are not being prepped for the real world and for life. And a lot of the people that we entrust with our education are not being honest with us, including our parents. A very small example, a lot of us as men believe that our mothers are or were angels. And some of us only find out later that maybe your mom cheated or your mom actually dated some guys before she met your dad. And this is the reality, and we are sheltered from so many things and so many truths. And these create a blind spot and a weakness and an Achilles heel in our lives and in how we approach life. We're not realistic, we're not honest, and the people around us, the authorities, the leaders, are not honest. When you're going into business, a lot of us see the stats, but I don't think we really internalize them. I think the numbers are escaping me now, but I think it's something like 8 or 9 out of 10 businesses fail in the first year, right? And of those that do survive, only 1 survives in 5 years. The stats sound pretty straightforward, but we don't really know what they mean. A lot of us don't really know what failure means. I'm a big rugby enthusiast. I worship the sport of rugby. And I've been speaking to a lot of guys about creating platforms to mentor young boys, especially in rugby. A lot of boys in South Africa, when they matriculate, believe they will become Springboks. There are only 15 Springboks at any given time that are starting on the field. So if we could create some type of a matrix that can realistically plot your probability of becoming a Springbok based on the school you went to, your height, your weight, your skill set, the people you know, the highest level you played in high school, where you're going to university, and plot a realistic matrix that a matriculant can put their details in, and then it shows the chances of you becoming a Springbok are 0.2, 5%, 8%, 28%, whatever the case may be. And this will create a realistic picture for a young child wanting to become a professional in the game of rugby. We need realistic pictures painted for business in South Africa. And if we look at this unemployment rate of about 30%, I think we need to do this for jobs as well. Kids need to understand the probabilities of me actually getting a job at the company I want are X%. Therefore, I need to start budgeting for something else besides a job, because these are my chances. If you got 60% in high school, if you just scrape through varsity, tertiary, whatever the case may be, these are the chances that you will get a job. And realistically begin planning for your future. Because whether you pass matric, whether you go to tertiary, whether you get employed, you still need to eat. You still need shelter. You still need to get by in life. And if you have kids, your kids have to eat. So one way or another, you need to find a way to earn a living, make an income. And the schooling system is literally conditioning your brain to only think in one way. And that's what's killing our society. Kids kill themselves after matric if they don't pass. Kids kill themselves when they're struggling at varsity. And then some people kill themselves once they get into a job. That's just work and income. Then there's relationships. We're not told that your heart will break. As the most manly man in town, you will cry like a little bitch when that woman that you love with all your heart leaves you. These are things we're not prepared for. And when they hit us, oh boy, when they hit us like a fucking bus. And we're weak and we're vulnerable. And because no one's taught us and trained us, we keep it inside. We don't speak. We don't tell our friends. We don't tell our family. We don't go out and seek therapy. We die inside. And for some people, it becomes so unbearable that they get pills. They get a rope. They get a gun. And they kill themselves. And if they don't kill themselves, they kill the person that left them. Now you're in jail because you were never taught how to handle rejection and heartbreak and failure. Because you thought that once you fall in love, it's fucking game over. A lot of us need therapy. A lot of us need coaching. Especially for the psyche, because everything starts in the mind. And our minds are not geared and trained for the realities of the world, for the failures. You will get hurt. You will bleed. You will cry. You will bleed. Your parents will die. The person you love will leave you. Hey, I see Penuel Mlotshwa-one is laughing. Hey, yeah. Guys, we're not being trained for real life. And if you are not taking the opportunities of people around you to train you, to mentor you about this real world that you're facing and how you're meant to attack it, you will struggle. And we'll be posting up little nice posts about RIP whoever because you've killed yourself, because your mind crashed. And in my previous video, I explained that when the mind crashes, it's like taking the aerial out of the TV. You can't reason, you can't think. What was normal is don't jump out the window. But your brain doesn't think like that once it's crashed. It finds itself, hey, dead. So look after this. Think about what you put in here, what you read, what you consume, the people that you hang around. It's so vital. And if you're dealing with adversity, if you're dealing with failure, if something is not right in your life, go and seek help. Go and seek help. Go to church. Go to your pastor. Go to people you trust. Find friends that are willing to listen. We talk about Skinny Spoo here. I don't know his support structure. I don't know who's helping him. But what's key in watching him, like watching Kanye West, is this brother needs help. And us laughing at him, at his business failure. Hey, that's too clever. That's not going to help anyone. Because if he does become the Louis Vuitton tomorrow, he's going to become a monster fucking brand. And the people that were laughing at him are going to look like assholes. He's going to be rich. You're going to look like a loser and a tit. And your kids will ask you, where were you when Skinny Spoo was starting out? No, you were busy laughing at him when he was going through the ups and downs. I see Lerato Kudumel posted here. Also, people need to stop doing the bare minimum and expecting maximum results. I think where we are mentally and our expectation of the outer reality are very much polarized because we think polarized because we think from a deserving point of view. We need to realize as black people we are starting on a back foot. We don't have the luxury to sit back and let opportunities pass. Every opportunity is meant to give you the next step, the next direction. And this is where community comes in. I have my own belief system for those that follow me on social media. It's called Penuelism. It's for me. It's not for the world. It's for me. It's what I believe in. And I believe in community. I believe that if we hold hands and we fight together, we will get further and we'll get there faster. Skinny Spoo's crashing today, and those of us who are entrepreneurs are meant to get closer. Obviously, if you won't let us help him, we can't help him. But if he's willing to listen and say, guys, jump on, let's make socks, let's try. Let's make a cheaper range. Let's push any makasi. We laugh at DJ Spoo, who pushes cans on streets, selling a brand, obviously, but it's, he's willing to khuzuga on the ground for the brand. We need to help each other because the success tomorrow. If Skinny Spoo becomes Louis Vuitton tomorrow, wouldn't you like to be one of the first major shareholders? There's a story of the guy who sold his Apple shares relatively early in the journey of the business. And there's this meme and story about how those shares would be worth however much million or billion. He made a business decision, which is only fair. But what if you had the opportunity to invest in tomorrow's Apple today? And the only reason you didn't is because it was going through a rough patch. Oh, Steve Jobs just got fired, so no, fuck the brand. Let's think about this. And like I said, this is a life lesson. It's bigger than Skinny Spoo. It's bigger than socks. It's bigger than entrepreneurship. It's the fight that we're fighting as a people. And when I say people, I'm talking about black people. And I'm talking about every other people on earth that feel oppressed, that feel like they're struggling, that feel underprivileged, that feel like they are being exploited by the systems that have been created by the rich and powerful. It's my last video for the day. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. And I appreciate the comments that came in, and I appreciate the people that watched this video. Let's engage more. Let's build our society into something really, really brilliant. Leadership doesn't have to come with a title. Don't wait for a title before you can lead. True leaders lead. So this is my call for you to lead in whatever space you're in. Your family, your church, your community, your company, whatever the case may be. Have a great evening. We'll chat tomorrow. This has been Penuel, the Black Pen. Refilwe, Muacha, I see you. Enjoy your evening. Ciao, guys.